Hey guys, I had a question this week from a student who said, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right method for this. And I thought that was a really good question because there are different methods for doing this. And one way is not better than the other, as long as you recognize that if it says product, that's telling you to multiply. It's saying what's the answer when you multiply? The other clue, even if there were no directions, when you see a problem like this, in between the parentheses, there's nothing, right? If there was a plus sign in between them, you would just combine like terms. If there was a minus sign in between them, then you would have to change the signs of the second parentheses and then combine like terms. So, but there's nothing in between, and nothing in between, they're just smushed together. Then that's the same as like if you saw 2x, you know that actually means 2 times x, right? And so this means 7x minus 4 times 8x plus 5. And so one method for doing that multiplication is just to distribute, like just think about it at first as just 7x times these two things, right? Now, I'm going to erase that because we are going to come back and distribute the -4, but we'll start with a 7x times 8x. So we get 56. X times x is x squared. Think of it as adding the exponents. There's an understood 1 for both of those. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 7x times 5 is 35x. And then you want to distribute the -4. -4 times 8x is -32x. And -4 times 5 is -20. And notice you're probably like, wait, why did you do it that way? Well, I did it to make my life easier. I stacked the x's together because those are my like terms. You don't have to do it that way. You could write -32x minus 20 and have it all in one line. That works fine too. You'll get the same thing. You should get the same thing if you do it correctly. And now it's easy for me to see these are my like terms. These are the ones I put together because they're both just x's. 35 minus 32 is 3x, positive 3x. And then I have a minus 20. So it's easy for me to see. I don't have anything to combine with the x squared. I don't have anything to combine with the number. They're, that's it. So that's my answer. This learner had been using the window method. And so I'll kind of show you generally sort of what that looks like. I haven't done this in a while. Let's see. Oh, that's not going to be, it's going to be spaced not evenly, but that's okay. For me, if you've been around me very long, you know that that's actually pretty good. Okay, so 7x minus 4. I'm thinking of a different problem. 8x plus 5. We don't need this at all. There's Miss Kennedy coming out. Yeah, yeah. So ignore that part of it. We only need these two parts. Okay. So then you multiply to get the number on the inside. So 56x squared, that's familiar. 35x. 8x times -4, -32x, and then -25 times -4. So notice it's the same numbers that we got there before. It doesn't matter, what method you're using. I see one of the x squareds, so I just write it down. I've got a -32x and 35x. 35 minus 32 is 3. And then I've got a -20. So we get the same answer either way. There's probably other little methods for this, but those are probably the two most common. You need to use the one either that your teacher requires or the one that makes the most sense to you. And hopefully you have some options there. All right. I hope that is helpful. See you next time.